Another film जिसका अभी भी ट्रेलर आया है is
मैदान.
Maidaan. Another connection with Ajay Devgan.
Yes, actually, yes.
Tell us all about it.
So it's a beautiful film, and I think Ajay sir has balanced the characters so well.
You keep experimenting with roles. Tell us what is this one good part of it and a drawback of trying to keep experimenting.
Drawback probably would be the story will work or not. मूवी अगर हिट होगी या नहीं होगी वो हमें that's not in our hands.
Correct. When you are part of a film that could also end up into controversies, is that something that as an actor you have in the back of your mind?
We do, yes. Yeah. I also thought that this might, because it's a very sensitive topic.
Correct.
It could lead up to a controversy.
Family Man की shooting शुरू हो गई?
होने वाली है.
What can we
शुरू
expect?
होगी बहुत जल्द. Hi, this is Priyamani and you're watching me on Bollywood Hungama.
Hi guys, welcome to Bollywood Hungama. My name is Urmin and please welcome Priyamani.
Hi, how are you?
I am good. How are you doing?
Great.
I love that यही वो जगह थी जहाँ हम पहले भी मिले थे.
Exactly. हाँ जी.
Today we're meeting because of the success of a very very important film that changed the history of our country in so many ways.
Yes.
Article 370 जब आपको offer की गई थी.
जी.
Do you want to tell us, Priya, what was going on through your mind? What was that one thing that made you say yes to the film?
The call from Aditya Dhar sir. When he just gave me a call, उन्होंने बोला कि the first things he said was, I want actors in the film.
Oh.
I don't want stars in the film. And actors like you and Yami, it's very rare to get both of you on screen. And he always said this, that I hope after this you get your, you've not been given your dues yet. So I hope after this you do. And these were his exact words. And it's very sweet of him to say that. I really have to thank him from the bottom of my heart to think that I could be his Rajeshwari Swaminathan, the one he envisioned for the thing. It could have been anywhere. It could have been Rajeshwar also. I'm just saying. But the pure fact that he said that he thought that I could be Rajeshwari, I could carry off the role well.
Yeah.
So the moment he said that, so verbally I had said yes. फिर उसके बाद when I got the narration from Aditya Jhamle, I didn't think twice. I think the very next minute, I remember calling the casting director Mukesh Chhabra, who's always been my well-wisher. I called him and I said yes, I'd do it, because it was Mukesh actually before Aditya Dhar called me himself. Yeah. It was Mukesh Chhabra who called me and he said, सुनो ऐसी एक मूवी है, मुझे पर्सनली लगता है कि अगर तुम करोगी तो अच्छा रहेगा. And every time he's called me and said something like this, it is touchwood. I mean, it has worked for both of us, and it has worked well in my favor as well.
I think the reviews have also very strongly stated that two strong women have taken the lead to this film, and the chemistry that you all had, or the way you all portrayed the characters, has made the film an instant hit.
Yeah.
How do you take these compliments now?
Fantastic. I mean, and rightly, it's the two of us who are leading the movie. Rajeshwari is taking the political way out to see to it that this article is abrogated, and Zuni is taking the other route out. She's the field agent, and she's seeing to it that everything goes off very smoothly and there's no problem happening and no obstacles per se. So the moment because right from the start, it was very clear that we both are the parallel leads in the film. ऐसा नहीं कि उनका रोल बड़ा है, मेरा रोल छोटा है, उनको 2-3 सीन्स एक्स्ट्रा है, मेरे कम है, ऐसा नहीं है. I think we were very clear right from the start, and that's the way it was told to us. I think that's the way it is.
But क्या आपको लगता है that in today's day and age, not just today, it has been a pattern that for women to lead a film has always had a challenging side to it. Would you agree to that?
Challenging side in what way?
In terms of, it not getting that kind of a promotion, publicity, or it going all out like maybe superstars that get in films.
Maybe it was at one point in time, but I don't think it's like that anymore. I think the story is the main hero at the end of the day. I think अगर वो click हो जाए audience से, and I don't think it should matter whether it's a movie being led by ladies or men or whoever, because we do have a lot of stories that are being released simultaneously, movies that are being released simultaneously, But at the end of the day, the audience will choose what they like, which is, it's a good, agar ye movie, if it works for them, if they like the thing, then repeat audience automatically jate rahenge, ya word of mouth. So I think, maybe it was a time before, but I don't think now it is a time like that.
आपने एक बहुत खूबसूरत बात कही that when you were offered this film, आपको कहा गया था कि मुझे एक एक्टर चाहिए, स्टार नहीं, and there's so much of a difference between the two many times. खुशनसीब होते हैं वो लोग जो कि एक स्टार और एक अच्छे एक्टर भी रहते हैं. But one thing that we've noticed in your career graph is that you keep experimenting with roles. Tell us, what is this one good part of it and a drawback of trying to keep experimenting?
Drawback probably would be the story will work or not. Movie agar hit hogi ya nahi hogi, wo hame, that's not in our hands.
Correct.
The plus point is experimenting. I love experimenting. I don't want to keep doing the mundane things that I've been doing all the time. The same repeat things that I've been doing all the time. मुझे नहीं करना था. So I think right from the start, right from the time my film called Priyamani, which came out and became such a huge hit, I got offered back-to-back movies. Everybody called me up and they said, "Madam, we have a movie in hand, but the role is exactly like what you did in Priyamani." Meaning to say, it's a village-based subject and a village-based girl, and a village-based thing. So I did not want to keep. I did not want the audience and thing to say, "Arey Priyamani, matlab she could do only that." At that point of time, not even now. Also, no. That's why I chose to do another film, which showed another side of me in Tamil, which is called Malaikotai with Vishal. I think that was probably the first film which actually showed the dancing skills of mine, where I actually danced. I looked like a proper heroine, if I can say that, where I'd worn dresses, I worn makeup, hair, everything. And then Telugu happened, and then all the Kannada happened, Malayalam happened, everything. So I'd like to experiment because I want to keep surprising the audience with something new. Okay, again, the movie working, not working, that is not in our hands. But at least if it is noticed by the audience, say, "Oh, you know what, she's looking different or she's done something different," I think that itself is a big thing.
You also experimented with the song in Chennai Express. And were there also offers coming कि बस एक गाना करना है, एक गाना कर लीजिए?
थे. अभी भी आते हैं. I think till the latest, till about, I think, mid last year.
Really?
Yeah. I got a call from somebody from the south, gave a call saying it was a फलाना ऐसे एक हीरो का एक मूवी है. तो I said, okay, हाँ, बोलिए. They said, मैडम इसमें एक गाना है. I said, मैं नहीं करूँगी. मैं गाना करना मैंने बंद कर दिया. For the simple reason that I did not want to do a song.
Sure, right.
Nothing against the movie, nothing against the makers, nothing against the hero, nothing.
And nothing against people who want to do just one dance also.
Correct, nothing against them also, obviously. But I did not want to do it because I was not comfortable, and see, for me, I've been there, I've done that, कर लिया है, मतलब और कितने बार. I don't want to put myself out there just saying, okay, मतलब, see, it's another thing that so if people want to do it, they will do it. But I don't think I would be comfortable doing anything.
मैं बताऊँ, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि that there's also a sense of expectations that your fans have from you, and even they want to see you constantly experimenting. So I'm actually glad that you're taking these steps, because you're not just Priyamani, you're Priyamani plus fans, which is so important, right? Do you like the pressure?
I like the love.
You like the love.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice way to put it.
Given by the fans, yeah. And I think no matter what you do, no matter how you're shown, how you're seen, I think fans are always, my team are always there with me. And by my team, I'm saying all the fans who showered their love. I think they keep showering love no matter what. Honestly, they like the thing, they say they like it. If they don't like it, they would probably put it in a nicer way, saying, ये नहीं करना चाहिए था, but आप अच्छी लग रही थी, and all that. But it is there at the end of the day, because see, I believe that you are somebody, when somebody looks up to you, there is a responsibility how you show yourself, how you show you, because there are people who follow you. They might take you as an inspiration. So keeping all that in mind, yes. I mean, I'm eternally grateful for their love.
But have you ever felt like, अरे ये project नहीं उठाना चाहिए था, regretted it?
बहुत बार. No regrets.
हाँ.
But I did feel at the earlier stage, अरे मुझे ये करना नहीं चाहिए था. But look, at that point of time, I may not have been in the position that I am right now to probably tell them a no.
Yeah. Oh, that is so
So,
important.
yeah.
Tell us about what went behind the research of playing Rajeshwari ji.
कोई research नहीं था. I was very spontaneous to what I thought for that character.
Were you aware of the Article 370? A lot of people weren't. There were a lot of people who I think, I love this about films, that it kind of helps you understand a lot of history, a lot of important events of the country that we probably might have not known of
Correct.
also.
Correct.
So what were your thoughts about this article?
See, I, as a lot of ignorant citizens, did not pay much of a heed to this when it was abrogated.
Right, right.
Yes, when the news came out, we said, I was like, okay, fine. And I, folded the paper and I put it aside. But now that I'm a part of such a historical film, which created buzz around the audience, and by buzz, I mean a lot of people, once the movie, the trailer was out, the teaser was out, and once the movie was out, it definitely was an open topic for discussion. A lot of people I know for a fact, I'm sure they were Googled about what Article 370 is about, what it was about, what was happening, and even the long monologue, the explanation that Ajay sir gave at the start of the film. I think that itself somewhere created a lot of buzz amongst the people, because when I went and saw it in the theatres, the theatre was almost 50% full. When I went on the 29th and I saw it in Bangalore. So theatre was almost 50% full, and it was a morning show at 10 in the morning, 10:30 in the morning. And during the interval, I had a lot of people come up and say, "Madam, it's a beautiful film." I said, "Wait for the second half and you see, and then you tell me." Once the movie was done, everybody came up to me and they said, "What a phenomenal film, what a beautiful film. Thank you for creating such an awareness. Not many of us knew what Article 370 was about." A lot of youngsters today, see, that was the intention behind of the makers. They wanted each and every citizen of India to know what it was all about. Because right from a child to an elderly person should know what Article 370 was all about. At least such a thing was created, was part of our history. Such a thing came about. And what was the best part was such a it was based on true events, right? And such an incident actually took place on the 5th of August, 2019. It was a secretive mission, and all our characters were based on actual people. I hope they've all seen the film. I hope they've liked the film. I hope they're proud that, we represented them in a nice way.
Well, the Honorable Prime Minister mentioned about the film.
And that's a big thing. For Modi ji to mention that Article 370 is coming about, and for us to have represented such a person of power, not only him, even the Honorable HM and all the bureaucrats. See, my character may have been based by one person, or maybe there must have been 10 people who have become Rajeshwari Swaminathan. We don't know.
Right.
But apparently after the Delhi screening, all of them were very happy. And every step of the way, the movie was definitely, it was shown to them also. And their creative inputs have also been incorporated in the film. And we're so happy that now everybody is talking about the film because they know what it was all about, which is what we wanted at the end of the day.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like I said, I think films have such an impact on us. There are chapters that we have read in history books, and then we've seen movies of it, and then they become even more closer to us. We all want to live in a film world for sure. But what happens when you are part of a film that could also end up into controversies? Is that something that, as an actor, you have in the back of your mind?
We do, yes. I also thought that this might, because it's a very sensitive topic.
Correct.
It could lead up to a controversy, but we were very clearly told by the makers, and by makers I mean Aditya Dhar sir and his brother Lokesh Dhar. They said, look, whatever it is, anything controversial, you leave it to us. We will answer it, no problem, because they backed this project with they had such positive, the vibe was so positive of theirs when they backed such a strong project, because they are from Kashmir. And they said, look, we were a part of it. We know what happened. We wanted this to be a part of.
Right.
We wanted India to know what Article 370 was all about, how it was abrogated. And such a mission was carried out, and it was carried out secretly. And not many people knew about it. Only a handful of people who are working behind this knew about it. Not a single life was being lost, which is actually the truth. And nowadays, now if you go to Kashmir, you see our flag being hoisted. So what's the you can't get more prouder than this.
One of my favorite scenes has to be this conversation that you and Yami have in her apartment.
Yeah.
Where, you know, she has broken down and she's giving you facts. And for you to just have that sthirta, jo kehte hain. Tell us do you have a favorite scene?
That was my favorite scene actually. That particular one, that one and the long monologue which I delivered to the Honorable PM.
Is it sometimes also a huge responsibility because she has to emote a certain way?
Yeah.
And for you as an actor, if you move or if there's something that you do that gets a cut, then all the emotions that were pent up. Tell us. No, why don't you tell us?
So that particular scene, there were no rehearsals for that scene.
Oh.
So we just went because she was so thorough. She is so clear about that scene. And when I read the scene, the one thing I knew was, look, I know how Zuni is going to break down. She's going to say Kashmir because she is from Kashmir, and she has gone through everything. So she's got that pent up energy, that emotion which is coming out of her.
Yeah.
And as Rajeshwari, if I even try to tell Zuni that Zuni nahi ye nahi wo nahi, I can't. And see, mind you, at the end of the day, Rajeshwari is a bureaucrat. She is a person who is in a higher position than Zuni is.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. So Rajeshwari as a character, she cannot go begging and pleading and saying, nahi Zuni, tum aise karogi, tumhe karna hi chahiye, we want you as a part of it. No. She is going to, put her point across, but saying, okay, she's going to wait till Zuni finishes all her anger, whatever she has towards Kashmir and whatever she went through. And then she's going to say, look, I want you to come, think about it, then it's your call. So
too good, yeah.
So she's just the point of, she's stating her point. She's just a matter of fact.
Right.
She doesn't beat around the bush saying, nahi Zuni, you know what, the reason I came here was this, and adding some mirch masala to the whole thing. No. She is a person who is, at the end of the day, she has got orders from the higher ups. She has to carry it out. And she knows for a fact that Zuni is one of the best officers that she could get for this mission.
Yeah.
And that's why she goes and meets Zuni personally and she says, look, I want you to be a part of it. Wait till June, which is what the scene, how it ends. She says, wait till June, and okay, what if, I'd given you another opportunity in case the Burhan ka jo bhi hua tha. She says, if you had another option, what would you do? She said, I would return the body because the body was returned at the start. So she says, I wouldn't return the body. So that's why she knows that, okay, you know what, I've made the right decision. She's the one. And she says, look, this is the thing. Call is yours. You want to come. You don't want to come, don't come. That's your thing at the end of the day. But see, this is what we want of you because this is what the office wants of you. So I think the energies itself was quite different because Rajeshwari is the calm in the storm. Zuni she is the eye of the storm. She takes everything. She is the brain and the brawn, and she is the brain actually. She says, this is how we want you to do. And she hires Zuni and she says, look, Zuni, you will have a team. You will do this. You will do this. You will report to me. So whatever it is, this is the thing. So she is trying to explain everything to her in a very calm manner, calm demeanor, which is what Rajeshwari is, irrespective of the amount of pressure she has from the higher up.
This is such a realistic scene that you just narrated to us, because कई बार ऐसा होता है that when you're having an argument with someone and there's one person who's got this pent up anger and you want to just like get done with it, and then the person in front of you is like, okay, you're done, let's do this.
Correct.
And like,
Correct. That's actually me and my husband in real life.
Who has the pent up?
I pent up so much that he is such a calm in the storm that he says, ho gaya? No, you listen, what is. And in the opposite thing, what he does is, he vents out so much, but within his mantra is, you vent out everything and in 2 minutes you vent out whatever you want to, and after that, he just shant. He's like that. But I'm not like that. I go, then after about 5 minutes, again, as usual, typical women, no, we have this thing that we don't forget so easily. We keep everything.
Yeah, we are noting down things.
So after 5 minutes again, or after about 1 hour, you think of what he must have said like 10 minutes ago or one month ago, and you say, but you did. He's like, Arey.
So maybe it's a Mustafa thing now, I've realized. Because your husband's name is also Mustafa, my husband's name is also Mustafa.
Yeah.
So Mustafa
must be.
Another film जिसका अभी भी ट्रेलर आया है is
मैदान.
Maidaan. Another connection with Ajay Devgan.
Yes, actually, yes.
Tell us about it. It's a periodic cinema film based in the 50s.
50s and 60s, yes.
Tell us all about it.
I'm really looking forward to this film
Yeah.
because this is one film which it tugs your heartstrings at the right place. It's a nice story about how India was introduced into football, how Rahim Saab, the coach,
Yeah.
played by Ajay Sir, how he formed the team and made them play. And they came out in the Olympics and all that. So it's a beautiful film, and I think Ajay Sir has balanced the characters so well that even in the trailer also when you see there's not one expression that's gone out of place. He's done it so wonderfully. He's balanced it so wonderfully, and even all the players and everything, the whole team, in fact, like Gajraj Rao sir, everybody, all, I just want I want the movie. I hope the movie comes out like tomorrow itself so that people see. But I think it's coming out during Eid, which is I think 8th or 9th of April. It's a beautiful film. My character, I played this lady called Sarah, who is his wife, and she's his emotional supports in the film. There are a lot of cute scenes also in the film where Rahim Saab basically, he's a perfectionist. So he, as Ajay sir is in real life also. So Rahim Saab, because it's just after independence, right?
Yeah.
So that's when English was, introduced to India by the Britishers and everything. So English was known in India. And so Rahim Saab knows English, wife doesn't know English. So he makes it a point to teach her English. She has to perfect, because she is not that learned as Rahim Saab was. There are scenes where he comes back after a match or after a meeting or something, and for the family he brings gifts, right? So he brings his mother a shawl. He brings his son a football. He brings his daughter probably like some toys or something. So the wife is eagerly waiting, saying, okay, you know what I'm going to get? What am I going to get? And he actually gets her a dictionary. I just said, what the hell is this? I said, nahi, tum padho. This is for you. She said, you got a shawl, you got a football, you got this. What about me? He says, no, this is your gift. Because, see, that's how perfect Rahim Saab was. Because he wanted everybody to, he didn't want his wife to feel left out.
Yeah.
If somebody speaks to her in a language unknown to her. That thing. And then there are a lot of emotional scenes between Rahim Saab and Sarah as well.
But
and she says, look, she holds the fort when he's not at home. She says, it's not only you, even we have undergone as a family, we've also undergone the same thing as you. She says, look, pursue your passion, don't give it up. Whenever he's down. And so she's always there. So there are a lot of very intense scenes, very nice scenes, and I'm hoping that people like Sarah as much as they do the film as well.
But my God, Priya, what is this surprise element that you always give people? I mean, the past few films, Jawan has, let's call it in a glamour look. There is Article 370 where there's a serious look, and this did not need it to be glamour. When we saw you in the trailer, it was a very, very simple woman, like girl next door, and the emotions could speak. How are you doing this? What are you doing?
I don't know.
I'm just thinking that I don't have a question. I just want to say this.
I don't know. I mean, thank you for that. But I'm just happy and fortunate that I got to be part of such wonderful films.
It's amazing that you, again, I don't want to say experiment, but the fact that you're ready to take up a challenge where this film did not need you to be in this look that you are right now. But I think it's sheer dedication that you have towards your craft. It's amazing. How were your scenes with Ajay Devgan? How was it working with?
Wonderful. I'm sure where need be, when people have to have a smile on their faces, they will.
Yeah.
When people have to probably have a tear in their eye, they will.
Did you get to see Shaitan?
Not yet.
Oh my God.
But I did see Jyotika when we just finished. Soon after the trailer launch of Maidaan, I did see her, and I know her from a long time.
Right.
And I worked with her brother-in-law in my Tamil film Parithiveer, and I worked with Surya also in Rakta Charitra. It's very warm and very sweet of her. So I hope I'd see Shaitan soon.
And of course, the big question that we cannot end this interview without. Family Man की shooting शुरू हो गई?
होने वाली है.
What can we
शुरू
expect?
होगी बहुत जल्द.
What can we expect from your character?
When I know, I will let you know. Because I've not got the script yet. So
You haven't got the script.
Once I get to know, I'll let you know. Hi, this is Priyamani and you're watching me on Bollywood Hungama.